Good morning, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are keeping fine. Are you watching the classes? I hope those are not coming to the school, you are watching the class. Don't miss the class. Unless until you watch the class, you will not be able to understand the question answers, whatever you learn. So kindly watch the class, all of you. Let us come back to our English class. Do you remember what we learned in the last class? We learned about the tiger in the house. Tiger in the house. What is the story of this one? The old man, one day he went to his forest with his companions, and there he found one of the small tiger cub. So when he saw that one, he brought it home, and when they brought home, they were taking care of nicely. At home, the grandmother was there. The narrator is telling about the story. Narrator's grandfather and grandmother was there, the cook was there, and for him two companions were there. Who is that? One is monkey, another one is a puppy. So they also were playing with them nicely, and at the beginning they were feeding with the milk. It was not digesting for him, so they began to feed with the others, start to give the meats and all. So it was growing up nicely, and it was playing with others. As it was growing up little by little, there was a change in the tiger, they noticed. Whenever the grandfather was taking out for walking with the chain, it used to pull the chain and to go and try to catch up the cats and dogs which are passing that way. So finally, it wants to even kill the man who is taking care of him, the cook. So when they noticed this one, the tiger, the grandfather better decided to put him in the zoo, the Lucknow zoo. He decided to go and live there. Why? Because if it remains at home, what it will do? It will kill the people and it will eat. So he decided to take him to the zoo. So what he did for that one? He booked the ticket in a first class and he took there and he left to the people. And the authorities people were so happy. Why? Because it was very nice to see and well fed and very good bred and gentle, they thought, and they have accepted that one. Then after giving this one, after 6 months, the grandfather got the chance to go to see his relatives' house there in Lucknow. So when he went there, he decided to go and meet a tiger. The tiger name they put as a Timothy. So he wants to go and meet the Timothy, and he went there. But the narrator, the boy couldn't go with the narrator couldn't go with his grandfather. Why? Because the narrator went somewhere else. So let us see, after the grandfather going to that zoo, what happened to Timothy, whatever news he came to know from the zoo. Let us learn the lesson. On page number 61, open your textbook, all of you. Arriving at the zoo, grandfather made straight for the particular cage in which Timothy had been interned. The tiger was crouched in a corner, full grown and with a magnificent stripped coat. So as soon as the grandfather went to the zoo, what he did, he directly went to the cage where the tiger was kept. When he went there, he could see that it was on the corner, it was sitting in the corner, and how it is nicely grown up, very well it has grown up, very size, everything has become big in size, huge in size. Not only that, like majestically as a king, how he comes and sits on his seat, same way it was sitting in the corner of the cage. Hello Timothy, said grandfather, and put his arm through the bars of the cage. So what he did, as soon as he went there, he called by name Timothy, and he put the hands inside the bar of that cage in order to touch the Timothy. The tiger approached the bars and allowed grandfather to put both the hands around his head. Grandfather stroked the tiger's forehead and tickled his ears, and whenever he growled, smacked him across the mouth, which was his old way of keeping him quiet. So when he called, the tiger came near to that bar, and what the grandfather did with both the hands, he hugged like that, the head of the tiger, he hugged, because since he brought up the tiger, he understood that he is expressing his love by just catching both the hands, he was catching one of the head. Then what he was doing, the grandfather stroked the tiger's forehead. When he was taking it up at home, he used to make the sound. Means he used to beat that one. He used to beat and just to tickle the ears of the tiger, and whenever it makes sound, he used to beat on the mouth. All that things was he used to do when he was taking care of that. Same thing, as soon as he went there, he was patting. Patting means stroking like that. He was patting on the tiger and he was tickling the ears near to that one so that it will get happiness. And whenever it was making, immediately what he was doing, just he was beating on the mouth like that to keep silent. All these things he was doing as he did at home. He licked grandfather's hands and only sprang away when a leopard in the next cage snared at him. Grandfather shooed the leopard away and the tiger returned to lick his hands, but every now and then the leopard would rush at the boss and he would sling back to his corner. So when he was doing like that, he was talking with that one and he was playing with that one. What happened there? There was opposite of the tiger cage, there was a leopard was there, and when it saw that this man was playing with this one, it was getting angry and it was making sound. When the leopard was making sound, this tiger was getting frightened and it was going and running and sitting in the corner, and after sometimes again it comes back and it licks the hands of the grandfather. So since the leopard was making sound, the grandfather told him to keep silent of the leopard. Next, a number of people had gathered to watch the reunion when a keeper pushed his way through the crowd and asked grandfather what he was doing. So, usually when we go to the zoo, we don't play with the wild animals. Why? Because they come and bite us. We don't even go near to them. They are very dangerous animal. But this grandfather was talking and patting and giggling and playing with this one. The people, those who came to the zoo, they noticed and they were wondering what is happening to this man. And the crowd became, so many people gathered together and they all were watching that one. And because it is a dangerous thing, it doesn't allow anybody to touch or something. When we go and touch, it will bite us, it will kill us. So the people knew that one and they were watching that one. And when the keeper means one of the man working in that, sir, we can say keeper who is working in the zoo, one who keeps the food and clean the cages, everything. Keeper, he noticed that why the crowd are standing, so many people are standing here and watching, he noticed, and he pushed in between the crowd, he went there near to the cage. When he saw that, he saw that this grandfather was playing with this one and talking with this one, and immediately this keeper asked him, what are you doing? And I am talking to Timothy, said grandfather. Weren't you here when I gave him to the zoo 6 months ago? Then he told him, I am talking to this Timothy because his name they have put as a Timothy when it was at home. So I am talking to Timothy and he is asking, you were not here. Weren't you here means when 6 months back when I brought this Timothy to this particular here, or you were not there? He is asking to him, or you were here or you were not there? I have been here very long, said the surprised keeper. Please continue your conversation. But I have never been able to touch him myself. He is always very bad tempered. And he is telling, I haven't been here very long. Means very long time, from long time on I am also here only. But said the keeper, he was surprised to say that one because this tiger is allowing him to play with him. Then he told you continue to talk with this one, you play with him, continue to do your work, because so many years as I am working here, it never allowed me to touch that one. That is the reason it was a surprise for him. And he told because he is always very bad tempered. He told it is very fast, it gets angry and cannot even touch. But now it is allowing you to play, so you continue to play. He told and he went away. Why don't you put him somewhere else? Suggested grandfather. That leopard keeping frightening him. I will go and see the superintendent about it. And immediately when the keeper was about to go, the grandfather asked, why don't you change this particular cage to somewhere else, to tiger? Why? Because the opposite, the leopard is making sound and it is getting frightened. He told him and he told, I will go and meet the superintendent of that zoo because one who in charge of that one, I will go and meet him. He told and he is going away. Grandfather went in search of the superintendent of the zoo but found that he had gone home early, and so after wandering about the zoo for a little while, he returned to Timothy's cage to say goodbye. It was beginning to get dark. Now what happened? Grandfather went to see the superintendent. For what he went in order to inform him that better to change the tiger in some other cage, because always whenever the leopard is making sound, the tiger is getting frightened. So for that purpose he went to see him. But when he went there, that superintendent that evening he went back to home very early. He went home. So what he did, since he was not there, grandfather what he did, he went and so visited all the completely zoo and he visited everywhere wants to say goodbye to his Timothy, and he was coming near to that one because it is already becoming getting dark. He had been stroking and slapping Timothy for about 5 minutes when he found another keeper observing him with some alarm. Grandfather recognized him as the keeper who had been there when Timothy had first come to the zoo. Then what he did, he went to Timothy and again he was just patting and then just beating on the mouth like that, making sound, and he was playing for nearly 5 minutes. And another keeper, one more keeper was he was giving some warning to them, and he was watching that one. And immediately grandfather noticed that man, and he understood that before 6 months back when he brought the Timothy to this particular zoo, this man was there. So he noticed him that one. And you remember me, said grandfather. Now why don't you transfer Timothy to another cage away from this stupid leopard? And immediately grandfather asked that second keeper, do you remember me? He asked him, and he said, why don't you change this cage to somewhere else, this tiger to some other cage, because this stupid leopard is making him to get frightened. But sir, stammered the keeper, it is not your tiger. But sir, immediately the keeper told him, sir, the words were not coming from his mouth because he was finding difficult to say to him. He said, but it is not yours. He told, it is not your tiger what you have given to this. It is not yours. I know, said grandfather. I realize he is no longer mine. But you might at least take a suggestion or two from me. And immediately he told, I know. Once I give back to this one, it is not belonging to me. Suppose if you buy some gift and give to somebody, after giving gift, how can we say it is mine? We cannot say it is theirs once we give back. So in that intention, he was telling, I know, it is not mine, he told. I realize he is no longer mine, but you might at least take a suggestion or two from, at least you listen to me, at least to me what I am telling to you. I remember a tiger very well, said the keeper. He died 2 months ago. And immediately the keeper told him, I remember the tiger, Timothy, what you brought this zoo. But what happened to your tiger? It is already died 2 months back. It is already 2 months over. Died, exclaimed grandfather. It was a real shock for him. He was unable to understand that it is died, grandfather. No? Yes, sir, of pneumonia. This tiger was trapped in the hills only last month, and he is very dangerous, told. Your tiger was got the pneumonia and the lungs, everything was affected, and he died. Now this tiger is not yours. We brought last month only in the hills of this particular jungle, and it is very dangerous, he told him. Grandfather could think of nothing to say. The tiger was still licking his arm with increasing relief. Grandfather took what seemed to him and hastened to withdraw his hand from the cage. And when he said like that, the grandfather was still shocked in that one because he couldn't believe that the tiger, what he gave, it is no more. Then the tiger, what it was doing, it was keep on licking grandfather's hand, and it with the increasing release means with the taste, because he understood the new flesh it is. It has understood the taste of the new flesh, so it wants to eat them. So with that intention, this tiger was keep on licking the grandfather hand. So what the grandfather did, he took his hand from the tiger. He kept in the corners. He removed the hand from there, and with his face near the tiger's, he mumbled, "Good night, Timothy," and giving the keeper a scornful look, walked briskly out of the school. So what he did, and removed the hand, and he was feeling very bad. He was not able to accept that one, that his tiger is no more. And what he did, he removed the hand and he went near to so near to the ear he said, "Murmured, good night, Timothy." Even now also he is considering this another one as a Timothy, and he said goodbye to him, and he looked at that man, and he went very fast. He went home with sadness. He went home. Why he was sad? Because his tiger is no more. So I hope you understood this lesson. So what is the lesson? There was usually, we cannot grow up the wild animals in our house. We need to grow up. It is the nature of killing other animals and eat. That is, it eats the flesh of others. Is that no? Especially tiger and the leopard, all these lions and all. So, but still, when the grandfather found him as a small one calf, he brought it home like a human being. How they were taking her, they were the same way. They were taking her, they were giving all the food, whatever it needed, and they were giving the special room to sleep, all that. But the nature, once slowly they notice that in the tiger's original color is coming out. What is the original color? It is a wild animal. When it sees somebody, it immediately wants to kill and eat. So when they notice this one, and they decided to transfer to the, give back to the zoo. And when he brought up the zoo, they were so happy and accepted him. And after 6 months again, he got the chance to go to his relative house where the tiger was present, where the tiger was given. So when he went there, he went to see the the tiger. But the tiger, what happened? He was playing with the tiger and everything. But when he came there, and finally he came to know that this tiger was died no more. It is 2 months back. It died of the lungs of infection. So when he came to know that, he was feeling very sad. And then another one told that it is just 1 month back only we caught this tiger from the hills, and it is a very dangerous animal. So immediately he removed the hands from the bars, and he said goodbye to this one, and he went home very sad. So this is the story we learned from this lesson. So dear students, please read the lesson and understand, and you are going to have your exams. I hope you already received the timetable, those are at home. So study well and take care of yourself as the corona is increasing day by day. Don't go out, remain at home and take care.